David Hockney is one of the most imaginative, playful, and revolutionary artists of the last century. His work doesn't just show what the world looks like. It shows how the world feels when you truly pay attention. Where others see a swimming pool, Hockney sees light dancing. Where others see a tree, he sees a living network of color. Where others see a face, he sees a story made of lines, shadows, and textures. Hockney's exhibitions didn't just build his career, they shaped the evolution of modern art. From pop paintings to photographic experiments to immersive digital landscapes, each exhibition revealed a new chapter in a restless mind that never wanted to stop seeing. This is the story of the exhibitions that made David Hockney one of the most daring visual storytellers of our time. London debut, 1963, a new voice in British art. Hockney's first major exhibition took place in London in the early 1960s, just as British pop art was exploding. But even then, he didn't fit neatly into any category. His early paintings blended humor, personal confession, queer identity, and bold color blocks. Visitors had never seen anything like it. Here was an artist who refused the rules of realism, mixed text and image like poems on canvas, painted life with unapologetic sincerity. This exhibition revealed Hockney as something rare, a painter unafraid to be intimate in public, a painter who wanted to turn modern life into modern mythology. A bigger splash era, Los Angeles exhibitions, 1960s, 1970s. When Hockney moved to Los Angeles, everything about his art changed. The light, the openness, the colors, the sense of possibility. His exhibitions during this period showcased the works that would make him a global icon, especially his legendary pool paintings. Audiences were mesmerized by the flat, perfect surfaces of turquoise water, sun-soaked architecture, calm, elegant figures, clean lines, and dreamlike clarity. These works looked simple at first glance, but they carried complex emotions, desire, distance, intimacy, and the search for connection in a sunlit paradise. These exhibitions turned Hockney into the visual poet of Southern California. Photography exhibitions, 1980s reinventing the camera. Just when the public thought they understood Hockney's style, he broke the rules again, this time with photography. His exhibitions in the 1980s showcased joiners, collages of hundreds of photographs assembled into a single scene. These images weren't static or linear. They were alive, full of shifting perspectives. Through these exhibitions, Hockney asked a radical question. Is a single viewpoint ever enough to understand reality? Visitors stood in front of portraits made of dozens of angles, landscapes stitched together like memory, objects that looked both familiar and fragmented. These exhibitions changed how the art world understood photography. Hockney proved that the camera did not need to freeze time, it could expand it. A bigger Grand Canyon exhibition, 1998 scale, as an experience. In the 1990s, Hockney created one of his most ambitious projects, a massive, multi-panel painting of the Grand Canyon. When it was exhibited, audiences were overwhelmed. The work wasn't just a landscape, it was an event. Visitors were surrounded by bold reds and purples, expansive horizons, depth that felt impossible on a flat surface. Standing in front of the piece felt like standing inside the canyon itself. The exhibition proved Hockney wasn't just painting places, he was creating environments. This was his declaration that the world was too big for one canvas and too beautiful for one viewpoint. David Hockney, a retrospective, Los Angeles and New York, 1988. The 1988 retrospective was the first time audiences could see the full arc of Hockney's brilliance in one place. It brought together decades of work, paintings, drawings, photography, stage designs. Visitors walked through years of reinvention. Each room felt like entering a new era of Hockney's mind. Critics called him a restless genius, someone who never stayed in one style long enough to be predictable. The retrospective cemented his reputation as one of the most versatile artists of the 20th century. Yorkshire Landscapes Exhibitions, 2000s, a return to home. After decades abroad, Hockney returned to Yorkshire, the place where he grew up. The exhibitions that followed were emotional, expansive, and deeply rooted in personal memory. He painted forests, winding roads, fields, and seasons changing. But he didn't paint them quietly. He painted them with the intensity of someone rediscovering home. These exhibitions stunned audiences with explosive color, large-scale canvases, multi-season panoramas, a sense of affection for the land. This wasn't nostalgia. It was celebration. A reminder that beauty is not only found in faraway places, sometimes it grows from the soil that raised you. iPad and digital art exhibitions. 2010's reinventing the future. In his 70s, Hockney did something no one expected. He became a digital pioneer. His iPad drawings and animations filled entire museum walls in exhibitions across Europe and America. Visitors entered galleries illuminated by glowing screens that showed sunrises painted on iPads, forests drawn with fingertips, animated seasons unfolding in real time. These exhibitions blurred the line between traditional painting and digital creation. Hockney proved that technology wasn't a threat to art, it was a new brush. No other artist of his generation embraced the digital era with such curiosity and joy. These shows turned him into a bridge between the old world and the new. Royal Academy of Arts Exhibitions, London, 2007 to 2021, The Master Reborn Again. The Royal Academy exhibitions were some of the most impactful of Hockney's later career. They showcased massive landscapes, vibrant color fields, digital walls of animated forests, drawings made during pandemic isolation. Crowds lined up around the block. Critics praised his energy, his experimentation, and his refusal to slow down. These exhibitions showed that creativity does not age, it evolves. Why these exhibitions matter? Every exhibition revealed a new facet of David Hockney's imagination. 1963, a bold young voice enters British art. 1970s, pop art turns into poetic realism in Los Angeles. 1980s, photography breaks open. 1990s, immersive landscapes redefine scale. 2000s, home becomes inspiration. 2010s, digital art reshapes his legacy. 2020s, reinvention continues. Hockney once said, "You must plan to be spontaneous." And that is exactly what his exhibitions show, a life of constant curiosity, joyful experimentation, and fearless reinvention. He taught the world that seeing is an art form. That perception is personal. That color is emotion. So if you could step into one Hockney exhibition, which would it be? The sunlit pools of Los Angeles? The glowing digital forests of the iPad era? The Yorkshire landscapes full of memory? Or the Grand Canyon painting that feels larger than life? Tell me in the comments which artistic journey you'd choose, and subscribe for more explorations into the world's greatest art exhibitions.